Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey, and I want to welcome you back to our discussion geared towards some of our young viewers. And we've been talking about Paul and his relationship to Timothy, a young person who Paul mentored. He had great responsibility for a young person, but Paul gave him some definite instructions in 1st and 2nd Timothy. And I encouraged you then, I'll encourage you still, read those books, not just once, read them many times, because there's a lot there for you to discover and to apply to your life. And I think the most important thing there is Paul is encouraging him to be an example. Even though he was young, he tells him, don't let people look down on your youth. You know, don't let people look at you and say, well, you're young, you don't know what you're talking about. But he said, be an example. And he gives him ways in being an example, and we discuss those ways in this video. But being an example is probably the most powerful thing that we can do. You see, we are examples one way or another, for good or for bad. People look at your life. They do look at your life. They judge you, they judge the people around you, they judge your family, they judge everything by looking at you. Now you might say, well, I don't care what people think, but you got to care what people think. Not because they have some control over you, but because your influence affects their life. You see, that's just it. We look at being an example, and by trying to be hard and say, I don't care, it doesn't matter to me if people think I'm a good example or they don't think I'm a good example. We're looking at it from a self-centered point of view. But it's not us that we need to be concerned about. It's them. You see, by being a good example, by being an example to other people, we're giving them hope. We're giving them guidance. And if they get angry at our good example, which happens, you know, Plato said, the most hated man in the world is the one who speaks the truth. And that is an important thing to remember. The more you stand for what is good and right, the more people will dislike you. If you think everybody's going to like me because I'm a good boy, no. People are going to go and be angry with you because they don't like people who stand for what is good. Look at the things that go on, especially within the government and within our social media. People who stand for what is right and good are ridiculed, they're judged, they're silenced, they're attacked on a regular basis. Why is that? It's because when people set the example for what is right and what is good, then other people are going to just attack them because they don't want that truth to get out. Because it damages everything that they believe in, everything they fight for, which is to control your life. Don't let them do that. Don't let other people have control. You take control of your life. Be that example. Be that person that others can look at and say, this is somebody who we can look up to. This is somebody who we can follow his example. This is somebody we can look at and know that they are doing what is right because it is right. Be an example. For the Growth Center, this is John Patrick Hickey, and I want to encourage you to always be your best and always pursue your purpose and love God. Change your world.